seeing me.
Looking at your file here, it seems there's a very apparent interplay with your emotional state and your physical body. Have you ever heard of the trauma response?
I don't think so.
Basically, our bodies can get stuck in a negative feedback loop. Our subconscious can repeat patterns from the past, which can have a pretty drastic downstream effect on our biology. Essentially, your mind is making you sick.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn so, poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break boy.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's Gretchen again here, Rockin' the Boat Reactions. We are currently getting back into action, slowly but surely. We are right now in Arizona, near Lake Mead, and Chris is gonna be, again, he's all over the place. He's gonna be getting some videos made on the water, some reaction videos. We're gonna get back on that with the fishing kayak. But for now, I am super excited to get into the catwalk runway with Ren that happened yesterday in New York. We're at September 13th, right? In the evening, Runway 7, Project Lab Coat for the Lyme Global Alliance. I'm going to start out by watching this video of him doing an interview on, what was it, New York, Good Morning New York or something like that. And I had seen this video on, I think Ren's fan page. And I was like, oh boy, that interviewer just really kind of didn't go there for me. But I want to watch this again in total and give my unfiltered what I think of the interview, and then what little clips I've gotten put together of the actual catwalk and fashion show and all of that good stuff. So let's get going.
Nice to see you again. And UK recording artist Ren. Nice
Hello.
to see you.
Nice to be here.
All right, but we got to get this out of the way, because you have been singing about all your issues with whatever you're dealing with. Very honest, very raw. But now you're going to walk the runway for this. So what's going on?
Side quest, man. I feel like it's really worked well. These guys approached me. Normally I wouldn't do stuff like this, but they approached me and I thought it was a real important cause to get behind, because it's something that massively impacted my life for years. I mean, I didn't think I'd live to be this.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your history with Lyme disease.
I got ill when I was 19 and I didn't know what was going on with me. It's a very rare disease over in the UK. It's a lot more common over here in the States. So when I went to the doctor and I was like, I'm feeling terrible, I'm feeling all these symptoms, I'm feeling the flu, fatigue, all this stuff, they're like, oh, probably just got a virus, rest, it'll go away. Go home, a month later it gets a lot worse. I go back and I'm like, it's just getting worse. They misdiagnosed me with bipolar, put me on a bunch of mental health meds, which obviously I just started declining still because my health was, it was going down, so I could keep going back. That's obviously not the right med, so I went through years and years of being through the system, just getting worse and worse on a lot of mood stabilizers that I didn't need. It wasn't until 6 years later that I got an official diagnosis through a lot of my own kind of going online spaces. My story's not this common.
No.
I was going to say, Kenzie, this is not an uncommon.
So, man, he's so well-spoken. He's talked, I mean, obviously this is nothing new for him. He has talked this subject for years. And he did a beautiful job in just condensing it and giving the quick and dirty version, if you will, but yet at the same time kind of dangling a little bit of a carrot. And, man, I wish right there, maybe he could have interjected something like, you can follow my story on YouTube at Ren Makes Music or Ren Makes Stuff. Something like that. That would have been a great plug right there. I'm sure he was a little nervous, but he could have used a little plug. All right, let's keep going here.
Being that people either get misdiagnosed or the diagnosis gets missed one way or another.
Exactly. Unfortunately, it's too common that it gets misdiagnosed and then goes chronic. So Ren is, lines it up perfectly for that.
So how did this event come about? This is the third year of doing it, and why lab coats?
Yeah, so Project Runway Runway 7 is doing Project Lab Coat, and it is all about supporting Lyme disease this year. So the lab coats represent really the Lyme community and the resilience of that community, which is an amazing, beautiful thing to bring to the iconic New York Fashion Week.
And I see you brought some lab coats.
We do.
They're very stylish.
Yeah, we have some lab coats that are custom designed.
All right, can we buy these, or is it just for show?
It's just for show. I believe they might. I think
That was a good question. Can we buy these, and why wouldn't they have mass-produced some so they could be purchased? I mean, that would have been a good idea.
The models like Ren will be able to take his home and keep it as a memory from his.
Model Ren. He's a model Ren. He's not just Spider Ren. He's not just Alien Ren. He's model Ren.
My Saturday night.
Yeah, New York Fashion Week.
Out in London one
Debut.
night. It happens tomorrow night, by the way, 7 o'clock at Sony Hall.
Yes.
You know, I don't know, your fashion sense, is this your style?
No comment.
Have you seen Ren's videos? They're very raw. Anyway, how are you feeling?
These days I'm doing a lot better, and you know, I feel blessed to be in a position where I was able to alchemize a lot of my struggle into music, because I come from a very poor background and stuff, and through that it gave me an opportunity to be in this position where I can talk on behalf of other people and stuff like that, and that's really important for me.
Well, I'm so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
And Kenzie, you also had your share, right?
I did. I've been, battling Lyme for 20 years, and it was really important that I stepped up with Global Lyme Alliance to get into the advocacy work. I just really believe, same as Ren, helping people is really what fills my cup these days. When you deal with a chronic illness where it's so misunderstood, the only way to really get it out there is raise awareness and funding for research.
And what do people need to be aware of then?
They need to be doing tick checks. They need to be aware of being outdoors, especially the little ones. I have 3 kids at home and 1 on the way. And
you look great, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'm very aware of, checking my kids when they're out and about in the, the grass or anywhere. And it's so misunderstood that they think Lyme is just an East Coast issue. This is a global issue.
Yeah, I mean, I'm from the UK, super rare.
Which I love that, we're really highlighting that. Because even in the US, as you mentioned, it's more common. It's not as common as we'd like it to be.
Okay, so if people want to support, can they see this show?
Yes, they can. They can go online to purchase and buy tickets for Project Lab Coat for tomorrow. They can definitely come and support. Because you got
quite, not only Ren headlining, but you got a lot of other interesting people.
Christopher Maloney's going to be part of it, right?
Christopher Maloney's going to be there. We're super excited to have him on stage. Researchers, advocates, patients will all be there on stage.
And it's tomorrow night, Sony Hall, 7 o'clock. Go online, get your tickets right now.
Right.
Thank you for bringing
and
this.
We'll see you at the Global Lyme Alliance Gala.
That's right.
Yes,
in October, which, the station Fox 5 is very involved with. Our boss, Lou Leone, and his wife, Wendy, really kind of encouraged us to get involved with this. And I'm glad we did, because there's so many people who are still getting misdiagnosed.
Unfortunately. And thank you, Rosanna, for being an honorary chairwoman.
Thank you.
For our gala.
Thank you. All this awareness is so important, so we appreciate you having
Ren, thank you. Yeah. Are you going to be singing during the runway tomorrow?
I'm not planning to, but I can't shut up anyway. So
maybe hum a tune. Maybe he'll do Native New Yorker next time. He'll come back and do it. Thank you so much, Ren and Kate.
Old school song. I got what you want. I got what you need. Old school kicks with a new school twist. Banging on my end.
All right, so again, Ren is he just exudes this positive, just a likable character, and he really draws you in. And even with his no comment on whether he liked it was his style or not on the coat, he's just like, no comment. Even that was like, he just handled that with kid gloves. It was beautiful. Anyway, so, and I kind of am sorry now that I had initially dogged a little bit on the female interviewer, because she actually did fine. She did a fine job. The first little bit that I saw, I was like, oh, this is terrible. So I apologize. It was my bad. Didn't give her enough of a shot. That's my, shouldn't just jump to some kind of a judgment. Anyway, all right, so the next thing that we're going to get onto here, let's just get into some clips that I've pulled off the internet of him on the runway and whatever. So let's just go through some of those. Game face. So how fun is that? First of all, you get to walk out to your own freaking song. I can't believe he held it together so much. All right, let's see another angle here.
Sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, looking for that fix boy, anabolic steroids, damn so, poster boy, pass out, white noise, quick fix, snake oil, I'm about to break boy. Oh, what a shame, he's in pain, have another go, take another pill, here, take a couple more, let's see how you're doing in another week or so, you'll be...
He did a little heel kick, which, I'm so glad he felt good enough to do that, you know, to be able to jump up and, I mean, that's amazing. There's our boy! There's our boy! So that was twice, when he was out there by himself doing the walk, and then when he was doing the walk with everybody. He had to pull his trousers up. The poor guy can barely eat anything. He can barely keep his pants up. Anyway, that's amazing. I wish I could have been there. How freaking incredible would that have been? To the people who were there, I'm so jealous. You guys are so lucky. Congratulations on the enormity of your success in being able to get there to the show, see that in person. That had to have been something. And then I saw a few pictures of like the after where he was posing and talking with some of the people who had gone to the show. Incredible. Incredible. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. But yeah, that was amazing, and I hope that that compilation was fun for you guys. It was fun for me. I love this. I love this side of Ren. He's just, I can't wait for him to break out even more in the United States with all the exposure that he's getting, and hopefully he goes on Joe Rogan and he'll do the Dr. Mike thing, and it would be lovely if he would sit for Skype for an interview with me. Dr. Gretchen, let's do an interview. Come on, I got lupus. You've got all your stuff with autoimmunity and chronic Lyme. I'm a doctor and I've been the patient. Come on, we got a lot to talk about, Ren. Let's go. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching this. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was so much fun. So excited for him. All right, go Ren.